and we are live. You can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, Kick, and Facebook. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be right back with you, Howlers. Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas. You're up, John.
It's John, boy St. John.
So St. John is co-hosting for me right now. I know you guys. So you guys are used to seeing him behind the camera. He's used
They're not used to seeing me at all.
Well, yeah, you guys are actually not seeing him. He's always behind the camera. He's with JV Media. Him and his wife's been doing the production here, but he's in front of the camera today. So we're gonna be testing him today on everything. So today we have a very special guest. I'm gonna have you introduce yourself to our audience. Tell the audience a little bit about who you are and what you do.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is the one and only Tokyo. I have my own film company, and I will be releasing my own movie app next year that will be worldwide. You know, and I got a lot going on, but yeah, for the most part, that's what I do for a living.
So you're in film. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've been in the film industry for about, I say, 22 years now. I done worked on.
You look 22 years old.
At least you gave me that. Some people done said I look 16.
I can say that.
With a fresh haircut. Oh, I'm definitely 16, 18 mark.
Okay.
That's dope.
But yeah, you know, so I done worked on movie sets from small time to big time, from Will Smith, Hancock to Bright to I mean, the list goes on and everything. I done been participating on movie sets as far as like, you know, first AD, second AD, sound guy sometimes for like you know, TV shows. One of my, I'd say, main TV shows that I kind of like, you know, said, you know what, I'm going to start taking this even further in the game was when I did Snowfall and everything. So I was, you know, first AD on Snowfall, second AD. But I've been writing too, so I'm a writer too and everything. This might sound crazy to some people, but I literally have 310, probably like 314 once I get done with those scripts. But I have 310 official, you know, screenplays that's copywritten under my company, trademarked and everything. Crazy. And I'm still writing. Yeah, I'm writing like 4 more right now and finishing them up. And also I'm doing the Jet Jackson remake, you know. The Jet Jackson,
I remember that old show. The actor, he died, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was like, man.
I used to love that show as a kid.
He was a cold boy, man. He would have been good.
You are older then because that's like these younger dudes don't know that.
Gave it away.
Yeah. I say if you don't know about the famous Jet Jackson,
did you know Jet Jackson?
I know about him.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You're like constantly writing stuff then.
Oh yeah, like if
that's a lot.
If I'm not writing for like myself, then you know I'm helping out with someone else. Like right now, I am helping 2 of my friends. One of them is a TV show called In God We Trust. So the perspective of this TV show is that so it's based in North Carolina, and this was a true story. I wish he was here to tell it, but you know, shout out to my boy DJ the Destroyer. That's his Instagram. So the TV show is about basically a mailbox, like, you know, mail service and everything. But in the mail service, these people was making hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars from everything that was getting sent in through the mail and everything. So what they'll do is that they'll track, you know, what's coming in the mail, depending on if it's money, drugs, you know, weapons, etc. And then they'll just push that to the side and then take the regular mail and then, you know, continue with their jobs. But, of course, they done this off camera. And, you know, this is a true story based in North Carolina. And, you know.
Low-key, I know somebody that used to do that, too.
Man.
I can never say their name, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
No snitching.
It's beautiful. It's crazy because when I first heard it, I was like, what? And then once he started, like, because, you know, once me and him started writing the script, it's a TV show, and we on season 2 right now, and everything. We got 2 more episodes to write, and then when I get back from the Philippines, so I'll be going out of the country in February for about 9 months and everything, shooting a movie out there as well, which will also be on my movie app and everything. My movie app is called TKO Max Plus. I'm basically developing in it like it's an Apple product and everything. That's the overall image. I want it to look, I want it to feel like Apple, like very classy, expensive.
The high quality, like very, like it looks good and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because I love Tubi and I love but it's like I can't have my movies looking like Tubi.
You're going for more the simplistic style of it, like
I'm going for more like so I'm a very strategic type of person and everything when I do things. So when I look at my competitors like Apple TV or Netflix to say, or even Hulu and everything, even A24, they got some beautiful movies. I think about the structure of how everything is placed, and I think about, how can I make myself look not just like them, but appealing to the audience, where they like, you know what, I want to click on TKO Max Plus and see what this is about, So I said, well, I'm gonna do something different this time. I'm not just gonna invite independent filmmakers to have their movie on my app, but I'm gonna also have a podcast station for them. So, for an example, like you guys, you'll be able to have not just streaming on YouTube or any other platform, you'll be streaming it on TKO Max Plus as well and everything. And you get paid from those and everything by views and streams and all of that. And it's just, developed through time. Right now, I only have, I say, about 4 of my own movies and about 15 different other people movies on there from different countries. Because last year, it just got approved through Star Cinema. That's a production company out in the Philippines where I got accepted in 22 countries. So it'll be streaming in 22 countries next year in the fall and everything. I mean, it's a lot.
So where would you say like most of your the content creators or movie developers and all that on the app are from? Like Philippines? Are they mainly out there, or is it just spread out?
It's spread out because and I would say my majority audience is like Asia, Southeast Asia, or Tanzania, East Africa, of course LA, St. Louis, Missouri, Chicago, just to name a few. And I'm starting to build up Atlanta when it comes to that just overall base of like clientele.
That's dope.
And everything. So
how did you get into film? How did you start this?
Oh yeah, well, funny story, man.
That's a good question.
So, long story short, dancing is like my first love. So I'm a break dancer and everything. So I done danced on the street. I done auditioned
Like a b-boy.
Yeah, audition for So You Think You Can Dance. For the young cats, if you ain't ever seen So You Think You Can Dance, I'm sorry. But then dance with I'm pretty sure if you guys ever heard of the Liz Twins, if you ever heard of like animation dancing like Dragon House, they in Atlanta. Shout out to Nonstop, aka Marquis and everything. Type shit. Man, it's a lot. The dancing world, that's a whole nother like spectrum, but it started from dancing. And one day I was like, man, I want to create like my own Michael Jackson type of thing. You know how Michael Jackson Thriller, when it started off like a short film into the music video. And I was like, well, I ain't gonna be singing because that's a no-no. That's we ain't doing that. So I'm like, okay, I can break dance and I can act. So I wrote a little mini script, like 2-pager, but I couldn't find nobody to film it at the time and everything, or people that could film it and everything that was, procrastinating with the time. And even though I was saying, yeah, I'll pay you, and I'm a type of person where, like, when it comes to business, I'm consistent, you know, and I'm straightforward because, you know, I follow this trend where I grew up, where, you know, I mean what I say and I say what I mean, regardless if it's good or bad. I take the accountability on it and I stand on that and everything. Because at the end of the day, the only thing you got in this world when everything is stripped away from you is your word.
Yeah.
So I got to stand on that and everything. So, yeah, I'm basically wanted to do that, but nobody could do it for me. So I'm like, okay, well, let me look into different camera equipment. When I first looked, I'm like, dang, $600 for a lens?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Welcome to the film world.
You feel me? So I'm like, man. So okay, when I finally got some money, my first camera was what was it? It wasn't Canon. It was
Nikon.
It was what was they called it? A Panasonic GH7.
Okay.
That was my first camera and everything. And I could take pictures with it, do videos. So when I first got my camera, that entire thought of me doing my first little skit, I forgot all about it. Once I got the camera in my hand, I was like, man, I want to do some other stuff. I want to start, like, you know, doing little small skits, you know, do some comedy stuff. Because, you know, every now and then, you know, I might crack a joke or two type shit. And, you know, people be fucking with it. You know, excuse my Francois type shit. But, yeah, so I'm like, but then again, I started doing the music videos and everything. So I get, you know, that slowly transitioned from the music videos. I was like, okay, cool. But
You're
then
filming other people's videos?
And then starting to get into the editing and everything. Then I was like, it got to a point where I was like, man, I need to start stacking my money up and everything. So how can I stack my money up? You know, my mama probably watching this.
She is.
God.
I just saw. So do it. Can you read the comments real quick? She was in there.
And well,
Was that right there? Gina Hummuckbang.
oh no, Sharita Moore.
Go Tokyo.
Yeah, that's my
We got
mom right
Sharita
there.
Moore. Hello, son. Your mother from St. Louis.
Yeah.
Hey. We
Shout
have
out.
No Remorse.
Oh, what's up, cuz?
Yo.
What's going on?
No Remorse. in the building. You got fans.
Yeah.
So so she don't know this, but when I was trying to stack my money up and everything, you know, and we live in a world where sex sells, you know, type of stuff. So you know,
we know what's going on.
She's
now.
like, well, did I come in at the wrong time?
Oh no, me being me, I'm a businessman and everything, and if it makes sense, it make dollars. You know,
if the ass claps, it makes dollars.
Like, I started my own OnlyFans agency. Got the camera now.
something like that. But it was more lesbian porn for bang bros.
Oh, snap.
And everything. I met some people, and I was like, you could just take pictures of me and film me and everything. You know, I was okay. So y'all kissing lesbian girls doing y'all do? Okay, cool. If I could just set it up, write the scripts for y'all and everything, cool.
You're
got
like
a
lips.
script for that?
You're like lips go here, fingers go here.
Cause you know, back in the HBO times, you know, people watch the Zangs episodes and everything. So people want to be into it, like, you know, a whole script now and act it out until they get into the intimacy part and all that type of stuff.
You're doing this
Like the mailman's coming
in. Like porn, like the porn sites?
Yes.
Okay, then you're doing the script writing and the filming.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And everything. And that's when after a while, when I started getting, you know, little dollars from here and there and everything, and then I transitioned to the music and everything. Like, you know, I do music on the side, but I don't really promote it like that and everything. Not because, you know, I don't think I'm whack, but it's just the simple fact that it's like, to me, it's like more of a hobby and everything when I'm in the mood and everything. But I'm a type of person, like I said, I move strategically. Right. So I look at everything as a business to a certain extent. So I was like, okay, let me fall back on this film stuff. Let me get into the music since I'm already tapping in with artists.
But before all that, were you already had an idea of how to film, or you just kind of like what you liked, what you saw, what you liked, you just did it?
Yeah, and it was like a little bit of YouTube University.
Okay. Then with script writing too, because you said you wrote your first script for the dance when you were dancing. Was that? Well, I don't think it was your first script.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was my first.
That was your first one right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like for script writing, you just wrote stuff down, like, oh, this is dope,
Yeah.
or you kind of looked up a whole like
I
how to do it or
kind of did
storyline
both.
setting. Yeah.
I kind of did both because of like I wanted to learn how to write a script, so I watched YouTube on how to, and it was like I looked at like 20 different people. I'm like, okay, as long as I keep the formula, you know, the formula was the intro, the synopsis, the title, this and that, and everything. Once I kind of like broke it down, and I started writing little small scripts, like little 1 to 2 pages, just to kind of get comfortable with how to do the format.
Right.
And once I figured that out, I'm like, okay, cool. So now let me put all these ideas and thoughts in my head and everything. And at first, I was just scrambling, just writing stuff. But then again, I say after a few months, I'll start figuring out a formula that I still use to this day that allowed me to get to 300, and some more scripts where, I have this thing where if I'm about to make a movie, no matter what genre it is, I already have the characters in mind, regardless if they, whatever race they may be, whatever age they may be, I put it to the side, and then I already have the concept of the storyline. Like, for an example, I'm gonna give y'all a little cheap introduction into the script that I'm writing. Now when I write, I can write any type of like movie,
Any
but
genre or anything.
but I would say my main like bread and butter is like thrillers, because you can make a thriller out of anything.
Right.
So this one movie I'm making right now, it's a psychological thriller because I like to mess with people's minds and everything. And
I like to do that to chicks.
that part too, double that type shit and everything. So yeah, I like the. So basically, it's basically about this two couples, college couple, biracial couple. They go on a hiking trip and everything, but throughout the hiking trip, a lot of weird things start happening in the woods and everything. The entire time she is getting taunted by her ancestor slaves and
So
everything.
black girl, white guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the black ancestor slave dude is basically like he got this black face makeup, the old hat with the uniform, and he just taunting her like, hey, 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 and whispering, hey, 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 and she like, shut up, leave me alone, throughout the whole movie. Long story short, it was all through her mind and everything, and she killed people on this camping trip. So when she realized that she was in a psych ward, her friend in the beginning of the movie was like, yeah, you killed your boyfriend, you killed this, and you just went crazy. And she's like, what you mean? Why I'm in here? And everything. So she tripping out, trying to jump back to reality and everything. So when they take her back to her room after her friend leave, the same dude in the beginning of the movie that was taunting her comes back, and he goes through the peephole, and he's like, I told you you got these yellow belly suckers, they gonna come and get you, but hey, you ain't listen to me. And
That actually sounds like a cool concept. I actually like that. That's
type shit.
It's like a reverse of Get Out, kind of. If you think.
but you gotta like not tell the like what's going on, because that's one of those ones where they don't realize she's insane in an insane asylum. That's gonna be a dope ass.
And once you realize it was all in her head, that's like,
type
snap,
shit.
what the hell?
Yeah.
And that's one of them and everything. But when I do get back from out of the country, I'm gonna go ahead and do the famous Jet Jackson and everything, because I already got a budget for that one and everything, and I'm gonna start casting for that one at least probably like I'm gonna say like the ending of February.
How did you get involved with Jet Jackson? Like, how did you get the rights and all that stuff for it?
Well, long story short, so throughout my history of being on production, stuff like that. I met friends and I met people that worked with Disney and everything. Like one of my good friends, he used to edit for Netflix and everything. My boy Ricardo, shout out to him and everything. And he had edited my one of my first movies, which is I got so many movies in my head, man. But no, my first movie, was my first movie, Jesus.
Got that many.
That's how many movies I
That's
have,
crazy.
man. Oh yeah, my first movie, Hyde Park Crenshaw, basically. And throughout that, I met some people through him, and I started talking to this one guy that I met at the Michelle Film Festival. If y'all know about the Michelle Film Festival, it's going on right now and
What is that?
everything. It's a it's like what's the best way I want to put this? It's like the Gen V version of Sundance and everything. They got a lot of stuff going on and everything.
Where's that going on at?
LA Live.
Really?
But I think it's in. They had the premiere of this thing in Santa Monica and everything. Cause I was gonna do it. I was gonna go this year, but I didn't have anything I wanted to present at the time and everything. So I'm like, I'll wait till like next year, and then that's when I present Jet Jackson and everything at the film festival.
So, how long does it take you to like the whole process from writing the script to filming it, getting it all like completely done?
Well, honestly, it depends, cause so I have these 3 levels that I call it, level A to B. So my level A scripts, they're all like 60 to like 70 pages long. Still in the feature film, range, because a short film is like 45 pages and below, maybe 50. And then the B class is like basically like 80 to 90 pages, and then C class is basically 100 to 200 pages. So it really depends. For an example, the Jet Jackson, that is about, I'm making it a short film because what I want to do is I want to pitch it to them to where they pick it up to make it either an actual film or actual TV show. And like how they did my boy Corey, if I'm saying his name right, where he did a trailer for the trailer for Bel Air, and then fast forward 2-3 years later, now they got the Bear TV show. They on season 3 right now, and everything. And all he did was made a trailer for it, and Will Smith saw it, and it just went.
It took off.
So how did you get involved in Hancock? Tell us a little bit about that.
So this is even more funny.
You even got the
story.
Will Smith style hat too, huh? Right? You know what I'm saying?
You ain't the only one that said that.
That's like the '90s style right there.
Yeah,
I remember him wearing hats like that on Fresh Prince.
Shout out to my homegirl Bonnie. She designed the hat and
Okay.
everything.
It's dope.
For sure. And they got like the Egypt eye on the back.
I like to know
and
thyself
everything.
on the front or on the back side right there.
Type shit. I say so one day I was this is in Newport Beach, and I was really just trying to just like see what's out there that day, kicking it, meeting up with some people, but they end up having a shake on because they was at the time they had their girlfriends, so they wanted to kick it with their girlfriends. You know how they go, oh man, yeah, I can't make it, man.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm just out here by myself. Okay, cool. Let me find something to do then. And, just on my phone, chilling, listening to my music, and I ended up walking on the beach. This was the time when they was filming the scene where he was throwing a big old whale back in the water and everything. So they had a big old green screen. But, me, this L.A., so I don't really, like, pay attention to that stuff, like, for real. So I just like, oh, okay, just walking. They wanted to, I guess one of the assistants thought I was an extra. So they instantly rushed me over and said, yo, we need you. We need you at
just
station.
walking by?
Yeah. We need you at station and get dressed and everything. Do you got your trunks with you? I was like, well, shit, these shorts can be some trunks and everything.
What the heck?
So yeah, they put me in the background. It was like 300 people and everything. Basically they had you go run this way, now run this way and everything because this was the part where they had the whale
wild.
and everything, and I saw Will Smith like on the other side of the beach and everything. So okay, they film in sections, then they just gonna put it together. Whole time I was amazed because like this is my first time like physically seeing, instead of watching behind the scene YouTube videos on movies. This is I'm physically here and I'm actually seeing how this stuff is like created. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So me being me, I'm a businessman. I stroll on back over there where the section I was at, and I just started asking them questions. Like, yeah, so what are you doing this? What is this type of lens and everything? And, you know,
I'm dead.
And all of this. And, you know, I done did it so well where I done smudged my way in, where I done got like a event staff pass and everything.
So when you said you worked on the Hancock movie, you just like accidentally just swooped in.
That's crazy. You
I'm
walked
dead
by,
right now.
Swooped on in, and man, that was the best
watching me like
12
directing.
hours of my life, because I was just there
12 hours
soaking it in.
Yeah.
And everything, soaking it in and everything, to the point where now lunch, it's dinner come and everything, and they had everybody step in this room, and one of the lady, she's like, yeah, I don't recognize you. You're new. I'm like, yeah. They brought me up. Yeah, I'm coming from OC and everything and all of that. And then I'm just new, just graduated from film school. I'm bull crapping.
I love how he just tells the truth though. Fuck it.
Everything.
Do your thing.
and they were just going with it and everything. And I was just start getting their connects, getting their numbers. And I was like, yeah.
Getting their numbers and shit.
Hey, you worked it.
You know,
you worked it.
You feel me? Working the system.
Yeah.
And long story, fast forward to that developed to like friends to this day.
What?
Where I eventually told them the truth, and they laughed about it. It was like I knew it was something up, but I just didn't recognize. I just didn't pass it. Like, oh, okay, just another kid on the on set and everything. So yeah.
But you didn't have like papers to sign at the end of the day. How you didn't get paid?
I ain't stay that long. I stayed like a good 12 hours until the part where they start bringing out. It was like, okay, I need everybody that's on this permission slip and this. I need everybody to sign where their name is at. Gone? And everything.
So you had to skip out, huh?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm finna run to the restroom.
They're probably like, I swear somebody else was here. Like,
yeah, type stuff, and asking for, pictures with the ID. So I'm like, okay,
Look at the watch.
And everything. I slid on my way to the restroom, and then right when I was finna get out, one of the ladies said, yeah, you signed your name? I'm like, yeah, I did. I'm finna just run in my car and everything. Type stuff.
It's just bullshit. I love it.
And everything. They're like, oh, okay. And everything. I was like, man, I was just, just gassing her up. Like, man, this setup was beautiful. This is actually like my third film set and everything. Just throwing stuff at her and everything. Cause only thing I was like, okay, I gotta jump off the top of my head with this stuff. The only thing I can think fast is like similar things that, that I saw in film school. Never really physically went to film school, but I know people where I was up there around them where I would just kind of like pick up certain things. And AKA YouTube University.
Yes, sir.
I learned everything from YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I like how he's just real, man. Like he's like, yeah, I worked on Hancock. Yeah, I just looked my ass in that motherfucker. all right, I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna give it to you. All right. Now tell us another one. We gotta hear another one, man.
Oh, another crazy story.
Yeah.
Let me see. I mean, I got multiple ones. Okay. So this was when we was at Jamie Foxx crib and everything, but I came there as an assistant because of my boy DJ. He DJs for a lot of people and everything, and we was end up DJing at the Jamie Foxx crib and everything. This was around the time where he was celebrating his sister's birthday and everything that passed and everything. So, I pull up, high as a kite and everything. And I'm like, it's Jamie Foxx crib. Nah, this can't be no Jamie Foxx crib. And then, I'm helping them get the stuff, upload his DJ equipment and everything. and then Jamie Foxx come out and everything, and the first thing they click in my head, because, you know, they said Jamie Foxx was a clone, you know, and all of this stuff.
Like, is that the real one?
You feel me? And they saying that, oh, that tattoo in the back of his head, you know, it's not there or whatever, because of and it all because of the situation where, I guess, because, like, he got sick.
Yeah.
And the situation with him and, you know, and P. Diddy
He
and
almost
everything
died.
and all of that, which is crazy and everything. So me being me, like I said, I have no filter. Whatever I'm feeling, it just go. So he walked past me, and I looked at the back of his head, and I'm like, he sure don't got that tattoo. This must be a clone. And I'm like, no. And then he said, hello, what's up? You said, what's going on, man? I shook his hand, like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, oh yeah, that's Jamie Foxx. That's the real one. Type shit. And everything, but he was cool, you know. When you
The clone was cool.
Yeah,
No,
not
that
the
was
real
the-
one yet.
that was the real one. That was the real one. You know, a little taller, but that was the real
A
one.
little taller.
A little taller, you dig? Type shit.
Go through the comments real quick. We're getting a bunch of comments. Can you scroll to the top, please, Bernice?
That's where it should be.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Bring it down a little bit. So we were at what? We got Nick Starman. Said, hey, what up, cousin?
What's going on?
Gina saying, ha ha ha. Chastity Rice, hey, family. You got some family in chat. Debbie, hey, cuz. We got Lewis Pruitt. Good luck, cousin. This Tina from the ST.
Oh yeah.
You got Tina in chat.
the whole family
Got
from
the
the
squad.
STL. You dig?
Hey.
Type shit. Shout out.
STL, yep.
Shout out to the Lou. You did got some good, man. I got a lot of family in the Lou,
That's
and
dope.
also I got my boy Darian. Shout out to him and everything. Trying to get him up here, but you know he'll be in LA on the 16th and everything. And you know when I spin the block around, I'ma bring him up here, cause man, y'all gonna love him too. He a music artist and everything. You know, I'm a big fan of just supporting people too. You know, so you know. I just like to spread the word and everything, cause you know, once I see good energy, good people, I'ma fucks with you.
Plug him.
Type
So-
shit.
From the Hancock situation and that whole set you were on, from there, the connections you got helped you get to like other big films and doing your own stuff.
So that come from just traveling. So I travel, network, communicate with people, and at the time, I started talking to them about like this idea, which is now, you know, my app TKO Max Plus, which will be released next year in the fall. But I started having the idea because I was like, man, what if we had an app like our own? And this is like 2017. So, you know, I'm thinking this in 2017. What if I had my own app? But not just with the movies. I want people to have a podcast. I want people to even have a music station. But then again, I kind of cut away from that because then I don't want it to be like a YouTube then. Because then YouTube got everything. Next thing you know, I might as well put people vlogging on there and everything type shit. So I started talking to different like coders because I wanted the real deal. I want like coders from like Tokyo, from Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, all them places and everything, where it's like, okay, I'm going to start developing this slowly for surely and everything. But once I'm locked on the concept, it ain't no changing it. It's just, you know, upgrading it and developing it through time. So throughout the time, from 2017 to 2025, I started developing it on the idea, but started networking with people, going to more film festivals, going to just tapping in with different YouTube creators, different different people from like different parts of the states and the countries, where it's like, okay, you know, how can I develop my film skills? How can I get more involved in this? And they just said, in order to be more involved, you have to get yourself out there more involved and everything. So I just started like, okay, networking, because honestly, growing up, I was a more shy person and everything. I was the type of person where I'm not gonna talk to you if you don't talk to me and everything type shit and everything. But I had to get out of that because now I'm in a business where you gotta constantly keep communicating with people. And you know, I'm a type of person where as soon as my social battery get drained, I don't want to deal with nobody. So, you know, just building up that rapport of just constantly like where eventually now I'm in the program, the DJ trainee program and everything to get my Directors Guild of America trainee card to be a director. But, you know, of course they train you to be the assistant director and everything. And you have to get a certain amount of hours. I'm working on 700 hours that I have to do and everything. So my goal right now is to finish those 700 hours when I'm out of the country and everything, knock those out, come back, get my SAG card for director, and then I can start getting booked for, you know, big time $1 million budgets and everything.
You prefer to do those out of the country, or is it just easier to get more directing side? Like
I say,
assistance?
honestly, for me, it's more easier because, you know, especially in LA, Atlanta a little bit different, but kind of the same. But it's more easier out of the country because, you know, people basically like you and me, even you, they don't it's not many of them out there. You know, when they look at us, oh, foreigners, oh wow, and everything. I want to know more and more and more. What is this about you? What you got going on and everything? And they want to soak up your knowledge about the US and put that into their films.
You kind of have an advantage out there.
So it's
That makes sense. That makes sense.
and then, you know, of course, in LA, it's so much competition, or I won't even say competition. Let me correct my terminology. It's so much ego-driven people and everything, where you run into some people, they start acting Hollywood, like, what the heck? You got the same followers as me.
Right.
You know? So in this business, I try to be as real and as authentic as possible because I learned early on, just be yourself. At the end of the day, you're going to have some people that dislike you. You're going to have some people that like you. You're going to have some people that's envy over you. You're going to have some people that admire what you do. At the end of the day, is you consistent on who you are as a human being and your word, you're going to be cool and everything because only God can judge us.
And the right people are going to gravitate towards you. The people you need are going to gravitate towards you and all that.
That part and everything type stuff. And it's just crazy, man. And I've been 22 years strong, man.
So when you're out in other countries, how do you are you going to these countries knowing that there's going to be a film over there, or you just kind of find it when you're out there?
Kind of both. Like, if I'm going in there naked, like if I don't know nothing, I'm just exploring, then 9 out of 10 before I even probably go or thinking about going to that country, I'll look up certain things that they got going on in the city and everything. Like, okay, they got this film festival going on this month, so should I go out at this time and everything, and then buy me a ticket and start networking at they film festivals and everything and see if I can submit something over there type shit. You know, I just be thinking different ways. But if it's something that's already going on, 9 out of 10, they probably invited me and everything and brought me out there to like, okay, I'ma see what he got going on and everything. And, you know, like I said, my biggest following, which is interesting to me, but it's not surprising. My biggest following is the Asian community and everything. And it's not because my name is Tokyo and everything, and I know 3 different martial arts and all of that. And because, you know, when you was talking about the guy that was fighting and everything, you know, brought back some memories because, you know, I was training to be an MMA fighter, and I was also wanted to be in the Kumite and everything.
The Kumite. Oh, damn.
And everything. So
there's a blood sport right there.
So I was big on that and everything. But I was like, man, I can take these things and put it in a movie. I can write a movie about a fighter, you know.
You made a martial arts film?
Oh yeah, I haven't filmed it. I just wrote it. So when I get the chance to film it and everything. I got sequels. It's called Knockout King 1, 2, 3,
That sounds like something.
and everything.
Knockout King.
I might change the name because it is.
That sounds like something.
You know, I haven't finalized the name. I just said I'm gonna
Okay.
call this Knockout King for right now, and everything. I might change it to something different, but it starts in L.A. You know, because his upbringing, and then you know the sequel. You know, it goes all the way to it goes all the way to Thailand, because in Thailand, you know, they got the mixed martial arts. It's big out there and everything. So I wanted him to have in my script, since I can go to Thailand, I wanted him to have in my script, like, okay, his champion tournament is going to be in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and everything. You know, have this big tournament with these people. So that's
You
kind
gotta
of
fight Tony Jaa out there.
Oh yeah, hey. We probably need a little bit more practice. we need some Rocky training.
What kind of martial arts did you study?
Oh, okay. Ninjutsu,
What?
Jiu-Jitsu, Krav Maga, Capoeira, Kung Fu, and Wing Chun,
Damn.
Okay.
and everything. So
Well, you know, we just ran out of time. So what any words or last words where people can find you, what you got going on next? Any last words, and what did you think about the pod?
Oh, well, I say my last words is at the end of the day, if you got something that you want to do, stick to it, even if it's just a slow burn. Continue staying focused, because you never know. It just take that one time. You can find me at TKOMAX on Instagram, TKOMAX plus on everything else from social media to YouTube to TikTok. You know, unfortunately, I'm trying to build that up. And yeah, my next thing right now, I am going to be out of the country working on a film. I can't speak on it too much because I'm on contract, but it is a horror thriller and everything. Also, I'll be getting ready to film Jet Jackson, the famous Jet Jackson, next year, on top of releasing my movie app and everything. And then one thing I want to say, you know, about everybody in the podcast and everything, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure and a blessing to even come up here to speak, and just a blessing to be in y'all presence, you know, and vice versa, because, you know, and I just want to show my respect on top of that, because, you know, I fucks with y'all. I'm trying to not to curse, but I can't help it.
Hey, it's all good. You're real about it. Hey.
Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Definitely,
And our
man.
slogan is "Shed the sheep." So on 3, we're gonna look at this camera and say "Shed the sheep." 1, 2, 3. Shed the sheep. Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas.
St. John.
Tokyo.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back at 8:15 with the DNR. So we are out. Peace.